I should be live on my channel now. So this.
Streamlabs thinks we're live.
Mm-hmm. Live
Okay.
somewhere?
We're live
There
on
we go,
my
it's come
we're
up.
live on my channel. Right, let's get people sent over here, I suppose. Hello, everybody.
Right. Am I echoing?
Are we almost there?
We're
Are they?
actually live on my channel right now.
We're
We're
back.
live.
So we're just gonna be a. So this is. Hello. Seems we've got a few watching already. So. So it's just a backup little chat here because Dave's having performance issues. Not uncommon at your age, Dave, to be honest. But,
Is it a little soft?
yeah.
Oh,
So
there you go, Patrick. If you'd done it at 2, he'd have been able to solve everything. No, you wouldn't.
yeah.
Vodafone is to blame.
Always someone else's fault, Dave.
It is. To be honest, it's usually Vodafone's.
Yeah, it's so this is backup. So it's just open a little chat here, I suppose, as a backup for critical questions today. We're all a little bit sorry that didn't go ahead.
No, first one back.
First one in lockdown thing again.
Yeah.
So welcome to Godless Scummers channel, the antidote for lockdown boredom. Sorry.
That's my old tagline.
Yeah, I'm stealing it.
I hadn't decided if I was going to change the tagline for this one.
No.
It's never again. It's not that nice of me. I'm actually using Dave's StreamYards. So.
But you didn't get the doohickey, did you? You didn't play your thing.
I didn't know. Well, I just went live, didn't I? So as soon as I set the stream up, so hey ho, it is what it is. So
See, now you've got to deal with me just looking at the stream. Now you've got to deal with the fact that my outgoing is going out over my internet connection, so I'm all fuzzy.
yeah.
Just watching me move around, I look demented. Not all smooth and bouncy.
I know.
More than usual?
And yet somehow
Well, I don't
still
know what you
sexy.
see. I don't know what you see when we're live.
I basically see your head moving from a top location to a bottom location repeatedly.
But you don't see the smooth transition as I go up and down.
No, you're very jumpy.
That's the ball. It's jumpy.
So
Is that
hopefully,
what you named it?
hopefully, critical questions will be back tomorrow, right, Dave?
It will be.
It
One way
will
or
be.
another.
Mm.
Hey, hi Nick, hi Nikki Daly.
Ooh.
So
Yeah.
we're not going to have a show?
Just
Today, we're on a show.
we're on a show right now.
But not like,
Oh.
not.
We're just having a chat, I suppose. Yeah.
Oh,
We're just
I
well,
doing
love
like
it when people don't know they're live.
Yeah,
It's usually me.
yeah.
It's usually...
Was
Are
it
you
your
planning on
stream?
doing
Was it your stream, Dave? I went and took
Yes.
a splash.
and left everything on and took us with you.
Be grateful he didn't decide to have a crank while he was at it.
He probably would have made less noise.
Yeah, I'm pretty quiet.
Shall we get into a geek discussion? What do you want a geek discussion about?
I have no idea. What
I
can
mean,
we
we've got a
geek out
room full
about?
of geeks. We've got a room full of geeks, so I'm sure we can find something.
Who here was alive before System X?
What's System X?
Ooh, System X. Refresh my memory.
So none of us know what it is.
Give me the date.
I'm sure I was older.
Oh, that it was turned on in the UK about 90
Oh,
something.
79. It's 79. It says.
That's when it was created, but it wasn't rolled out then.
No.
Well,
Okay, so I would have been alive before that went live then. So
yeah, I probably would have just been alive.
But not enough to play with it.
No.
Almost certainly not.
Yeah.
I,
No,
I imagine it came out before the year 2000.
it was before you were.
Wait, I might have phased out then. Did you just say you were born in the year 2000?
No, I was born in 2002.
You only seen one millennium.
he hasn't seen any Millennium.
That's,
Yeah,
no, he's in
I-
one. He's witnessing
Yes.
one.
to be fair,
Yeah.
the Y2K thing was a massive anticlimax.
No,
I
it wasn't.
know.
No, it wasn't.
That's because everybody took care of
Yes,
it
it
before
was,
it happened.
Dave.
No, it wasn't. We put in millions of hours to fucking fix it.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Yeah.
This is what
I mean-
happens when humans do it successfully. Everyone thinks it was a non-event.
Yeah.
But
And
we
the-
set the
thing with you
computer
being
to.
surprised that-
Mhm.
The thing
Yeah.
with you being surprised at me having only seen one Millennium is that probably doesn't immediately occur to you that because I was born in 2002, I was born after
Well-
9/11.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wow.
Couldn't you have like
that's
programmed fireworks to go off or something, Dave? So we knew.
Well, so make sure that everything went wrong, but a
I
little bit.
will. I will say, Sam, that old adage about like certain news events. You remember where you were and what you were doing when you first heard about them.
Mhm.
That is very true because I can just
Yeah.
recall exactly where I was and what I was doing when
Fair.
I heard about 9/11.
I had the news channel on. I was lying on the sofa and I watched the second plane go into it.
I had gone
Yeah.
out. I'd gone out, and why I went to see this film in retrospect, I had no idea. I went to watch Tim Burton's Planet of the Apes, which was a fucking awful movie. And then, but I went and had a beer in a bar just after I left there, and was watching this on the news. Like, what the fuck is going on here?
Now, see,
Yeah.
I actually also happen to know where I was when 9/11 occurred. I was in my mum's womb in my grandma's house.
Yeah, but were
There
you
you go.
listening to
So you weren't watching the news?
were you
what you say.
were you listening to the telly?
Well, it depends what you define as listening. If you mean some of the
Oh, wait,
vibrations from the TV would have gotten to my ears, then yes, technically.
Do Americans don't use that word?
No, I try to adapt. I'm
Okay.
the
That
outlier
just threw
here
me completely.
at this show. So
Lucy, does he sound like he's calmed down?
where are we on the chat? What is there like
You
actual people?
Yeah,
That's
you
right,
don't-
you're still on the old video, but we're not there anymore.
Yeah, we're on
Oh.
my channel.
9/11
So
is actually
confusing.
the only sort of major event in my lifetime that I remember specifically where I was and what I was doing and watching the second plane hit
Fair.
live.
See,
Um,
despite the fact I didn't see it, because I've grown up in a post 9/11 world, I'm aware of how traumatizing it would have been, even
Mhm.
mm,
It's the mothers I feel sorry for. There was a whole bunch of women that had to, basically give birth alone because all the doctors would,
yeah.
had
Wait,
left.
wait. You would have been alive for the next one, though, wouldn't you? Do you remember that? Or were you too young?
The next one, I'm blanking on this.
The random buses blowing up in London.
Yeah.
7/7.
I
7/7.
I think I was alive for 7/7, but I don't remember it.
Yeah,
Oh,
kids
yeah.
still have spotty memory that age.
Yeah.
They don't really get solid until they're 30.
I can tell you that the day after that, I flew out to Amsterdam on my mate's stag do. That made going through customs a lot more interesting. Let's put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Fair. Oh, customs.
What were you guys doing the day JFK was shot?
Not
When was
alive.
JFK?
I was on a grassy knoll.
Just practicing with your musket.
Yeah.
What year was
to the
Lennon
left.
killed?
1980.
Hmm.
Oh, I was alive then. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was the day after my first birthday.
I was like Lenin, as in I'm thinking Russia.
I was going to say about
That was slightly
1924.
earlier.
Yeah.
Which one? The musician one or the one that's in that
Yeah,
box?
Lennon.
With glass box, stiff as a board.
Vladimir Lenin.
I want to know how the 20th century would have gone differently if he'd survived a bit longer.
Ooh, I don't
John
know.
Lennon
I don't know.
Vladimir.
Vladimir.
No, I think. Oh, which one?
Vlad.
Oh,
Russian.
okay. Yeah.
I'd like to think it had gone a little differently, but I don't honestly. I don't know.
I want an ugly Christmas sweater.
Ooh,
How
I got
old was he when he died, actually? Because he was getting on, wasn't he?
What, the Russian?
Yeah, Lenin.
Yeah. Well, he hadn't been well for.
I think he was in his 50s.
Yeah, he
Oh,
he'd
so
had
he
a
wasn't
couple of.
that old.
Yeah, he'd had a couple of strokes though. I think. So
So he probably wouldn't have lasted anyway.
yeah, he was only 53.
He didn't want to die.
Who, Lennon?
He just wanted to make deliveries in that milk round in the sky.
The Russian.
Yeah, Vlad.
Yeah, he was 53.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
That's not very old.
Well, he's a lot
Oh.
older than that now.
How the hell did we end up in a discussion about Lennon and Lennon?
Well, fuck knows.
This is Chef's channel. That's where we head.
I wasn't even the one who brought this up. You know.
Hey, Jeff, I see that your favorite American football team is doing very well this year.
I haven't really been following it. I saw they won a game earlier in the season, but haven't won many since. But
What's your favorite team?
Any. I think they're 1-something.
yeah, Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, America's team.
Yeah, they're not America's team. Only
What-
they think they're America's team.
What's wrong? Don't you believe in America's team?
No, but if you're going to pick one, it isn't Dallas.
No.
My only frame of reference until fairly recently for Dallas was a chicken place called Dallas Chicken near where I live.
See, my only frame of reference was Debbie Does Dallas.
Dallas Chicken?
Yeah, that's pretty
Why would
much all I've
they
got.
name a place Dallas Chicken?
I was just
Dallas has nothing to do with chicken.
Dallas Does Debbie.
Is Debbie a chicken?
No,
See,
she was
we've got,
bird.
I
But
think we've got
Well, they
Dallas,
spread it like a chicken.
Dallas Chicken,
And stuffed it.
KFC, and Missouri Chicken are the three chicken places nearish me.
Dallas, Missouri, and what?
And KFC.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, KFC does have to do with chicken, but Missouri? What?
That's the thing. They take stuff from America and they butcher it when it goes overseas.
Yeah. Yeah, the Asians are famous for that.
Yeah. But see, we call
Here's a-
go Zim.
No, you go, because
The-
I was going to change the subject a bit.
I was just saying, of course, you butcher meat and poultry products. So I thought that was the whole point.
Ha ha ha. No, we call KFC can't fucking cook.
Do you know why it's called KFC and not Kentucky Fried Chicken?
Why?
Because Kentucky thought they could make a bunch of money if they trademarked their state name.
Ah.
And KFC said, fuck you.
There you go.
Yeah,
They changed
that's
the name.
interesting. And do you know, I don't know if it's happened anywhere else, but they've just recently gone back to Kentucky Fried Chicken here in Australia.
Huh.
I didn't know they'd
Using
ever
the full
changed
name.
from Kentucky Fried Chicken. It was always still just Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Well, a lot of places just said KFC. You know, like they didn't actively. They stopped writing it on the boxes like they used to write Kentucky Fried Chicken. on the box, and then they moved to just writing KFC on the boxes. But see, they don't have it stateside. But KFC in New Zealand, they had dinner rolls with sesame seeds on them. Those were so good. But they don't have them here. They have friggin' scones.
Fucking scones.
Scones and
KFC buns are
sound
the
wrong.
best.
They really are.
I don't really like KFC very much. I mean,
Yeah, no.
Nah.
if you got to have fast food, it's satisfying that way. But I would
Come
never
on.
wake
There's
up
something
in the
about
morning and say, I
bite.
want to go to KFC today.
Come on, there's something about biting into a piece of KFC and having all that grease just hit you in the face.
Well, the ironic thing is, I like basically all of their menu, bar the chicken. I don't like their chicken pieces. One piece, and I feel sick. I think it's the grease.
Fair. See, I can't eat McDonald's chips at all.
Gives you a headache?
No, too much grease.
Yeah, like I the last time I had them, I nearly threw up.
They're not great. Let's be honest. They're not great.
No.
No, I'll have like chicken nuggets or a burger or whatever from McDonald's, and I can stomach it. KFC is quite nice. I'll tend to stick to Subway if I have to have fast food.
Yeah.
Do you guys have Wendy's over there?
No, we don't have Wendy's.
Oh, you've just reminded me of something. Wendy's in Aussie and New Zealand is an ice cream place.
Are you seeing this on the screen there, Dave?
But they sell hot dogs as well, but they have a Wendy's ice cream place.
See, I've been told that when I go to the US, I need to the two of the places I need to visit are Wendy's and Waffle House.
Waffle House is really weird. No, it's just really weird. They have Waffle House.
Waffle House definitely. It really represents the South and the southeastern United States. It's very.
Is it only there? I've
had breakfast at Waffle House a couple of times before when I went to Kentucky. So,
Fair.
we don't have Waffle House up here in the north.
Do you guys have Max Brenner?
Isn't that the coffee place?
No, chocolate.
Oh.
Like chocolate everything. So chocolate pizza, chocolate.
Yep. No.
You know, everything. Everything's fucking chocolate.
No, we don't have that.
No. Mind you,
Catnip thinks Waffle House is delicious.
See, I recently discovered a Taco Bell near me, which is bizarre because I'm aware of like 2 in the whole of the UK.
Yeah, they're part of the KFC brand, restaurant brands.
Yeah, there's a few now. I know because it was a big rave because the people were raving about the fact that they opened one in Southampton like last year or whatever. But I didn't really see what the fuss about it was. Everyone was saying it was like the greatest thing ever, but
that's Tex-Mex. That's not Mexican food.
Yeah, Taco Bell is not Mexican food. It's good, but it is its own cuisine, a cuisine of itself.
I think I'm wondering if like Demolition Man has foretold the future that in like 40 years' time, the only restaurants in the world anywhere will be Taco Bell.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah, I remember that.
Australian fast food sucks. We literally have McDonald's, KFC. We don't even have Pizza Hut anymore. Basically,
you got Hungry
we have Domino's.
Hungry Jack's.
Hungry Jack's.
That's
Burger
just
King.
Burger King.
Yeah. Well, and we have Burger King. And that's it.
Do you guys have Georgie Pie?
Nah.
No,
we got. What have we got? We got obviously the McDonald's, Burger King, KFC, a few Taco Bells opening now, Pizza Hut, but we haven't got really that much. Thankfully, Chick-fil-A's attempt to get over here fell flat on its face.
Oh, yeah. Chick-fil-A is awful. It all tastes metallic.
Well, it was more the fact that they opened one location, but as you say, some of the stories about their should we say, religious anti-LGBT
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
they're,
I
they're,
know.
the whole
stuff.
the whole chain is
They're-
closed on Sunday.
the reputation preceded them, and they every from like the day they opened to the day they closed, there was demonstrations outside.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard that Chick-fil-A is basically just chicken, but honestly, we have KFC and Nando's. So if you want,
I
want
love
chicken, it's just one of those.
Nando's.
I
love
wish you guys
Nando's.
had one chain that we have here. It's called Culver's. It's only up here
Oh yeah,
in the
That's-
Midwest. Culver's? You have a Culver's?
Culver's. I've heard of it.
That's not one we've got. I don't
Is
think.
that the one? Is that the one that is teamed up with Hardee's, or am I thinking something else?
No. Culver's is Culver's. Period. And it's got a big oval blue logo that just says Culver's in the script writing.
Oh no, yeah, I was thinking of something
Yeah,
else.
they haven't been around long enough to get international. They haven't even gotten to all the United States, but they have just tremendous stuff. They actually make their hamburgers fresh and raw, right in front of you. They have soups that are very, very good. Their fries are perfection for a crisp.
Didn't they sort of
Scammer,
start?
I just wanted to jump in before you got too far off topic. I forget what you said previously, but I just looked it up. A big food company in Australia, Sanitarium, are actually owned by the Seventh-day Adventist Church.
Yes, they are. Yep.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah,
And
and
what
they
is it?
only employ, they employ in-house.
Seventh Day
Which
Adventist.
is
Bloody hell.
Hey, I finished it.
Hey.
Yay!
Hi, Linda.
We have another chicken place here called Popeyes.
That's one I've heard of, but I'm not aware that we have that one.
See, I would rather go to Crispy Crunchy Chicken.
I don't really like any of their chicken or anything, but I love their red beans and rice
Dave.
and biscuits. They're very, very yummy.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask Dave this. Do you remember Wimpy back in the day?
I love
Wimpy.
them. We've still got one.
There's still a
Wimpy.
few of them about, yeah. Still a few of them about.
Yeah. See, something I never got to see was Woolworths. They shut before I was around.
Oh God.
Woolworths
You
is shut.
should have gone to their free sweet section. It was great.
The pick and mix, yeah. The pick and mix was legendary.
I know.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of stories, and I've played a lot of games that have ended up somehow set in a Woolworths.
I used to love Woolworths. The lunch counter was
Yeah.
it was total America.
Woolworths was great.
We had a fast food place that is unfortunately no longer with us. I miss it a lot. Arthur Treacher's.
I'm going to be back in 2 minutes, guys, okay?
No,
Okay. I don't know that one, Jenny.
I don't know. It was Arthur Treacher's Fish and Chips. You know Arthur Treacher? He was a British actor.
Vaguely.
Yeah.
I'd have to
Here's
see.
a question for you all.
Yep.
I thought of it before when we were talking about 9/11 and remembering where you were at certain times. Have you ever experienced a natural disaster, and what were the circumstances around it? So I'll start
Yes.
because what I thought of when we were talking about 9/11 was I've actually experienced a pretty severe earthquake. It was 5.5.
Mm-hmm.
So it was pretty full on, and I was actually taking a shit on the toilet at the time.
Yeah, just
Hey.
specify that you were on the toilet at the time. I mean, do you take shits elsewhere? Or...
No, well, I could have. True. There's not really many other reasons I could have been on the toilet, so I don't know why I
Checking your
specified
phone,
that.
usually.
But true. But yeah, I was young. I think I was about 9 or 10, and I was old enough to realize that it couldn't be the case, but I guess just because I'd never experienced anything like it, my brain didn't know how to process what was happening, and it was like the room was shaking, and not
No,
just
the room was
shaking, but it was
shaking.
but more exaggerated than it was. So it felt like I was tipping almost sideways. And the only way my brain could explain it was that my friend was outside throwing boulders at the door. And yeah, very, very surreal experience. I wish I was slightly older so that I had a better memory of the experience. But
I think
go hang
I
out in
might have
California for a while.
I think I might have been like less than one when we had like a small earthquake it was big enough to shake open my wardrobe door, and besides like floods that we get most years, that was it in terms of natural disasters I've experienced. I don't even remember it.
The closest thing I've come to a natural disaster is I used to live in this part of town in Milwaukee where under certain conditions it would always flood this 4 square block area. That's close as I've come.
Fair. I mean, I could be considered a natural disaster. Most of my family would be very concerned if they knew half of the shit I'm aware of.
Oh well, in that respect, yeah, I'm definitely a natural disaster I'm an unnatural disaster to that.
Oh, actually, same thinking about it because being trans and shit.
Yeah.
Dave?
I can't think of anything I would consider a natural. I mean, where I live, we get some really bad hurricanes, but our houses are built out of wood, out of brick, so everything just stays up.
Yeah. We just sort of, there's a massive wind. Okay, just make sure the trampoline's brought inside.
Yeah. Or you find a trampoline outside that came from somewhere else.
Yeah.
So. Is it really that you all just experience? Would you say you are experiencing climate change through the media? Because as an Australian,
I would say right now I am experiencing climate change.
Yeah, right? Climate change does actually affect us.
November, my windows and doors are all open, and it's still 21 degrees in this room.
It was 77 degrees a couple of days ago in Minnesota, so yeah.
I suppose the one I remember then is because I woke up in the early hours of the morning when it was going on was the 1987 hurricane in the UK, because it was famously poor weatherman Michael Fish. He'd been told by the Met Office there was this hurricane one. Don't worry, it's gonna miss us. So he went out and reassured the public that this hurricane was not gonna hit the south coast, and of course it did, and just caused absolute devastation because we're not used to sort of things like that.
No,
so
we used to like something that blow a bin down the street or some shit.
This is on November 10th and 11th. This would be the anniversary of the sinking of the Edmund Fitzgerald in Lake Superior.
That means absolutely nothing to us.
Are you familiar with that song?
No.
From, what's his name?
No idea.
I can't remember his name. I'm blocking it.
Gordon
Lightfoot.
See, and the problem in Australia is that people say, "Oh, it's always happened," and in Australia, it has always happened. Like, I think about recently, I've had fires right up to my, backyard. Floods the year before, and I think probably every year for the last 3 or 4 years. Cyclones and.
That's not fun. Yeah, I mean, we get floods most years because I live in the foothills of the Pennines and global warming.
Mm.
Well, so the Pennines are the foothills, aren't they? Pennines are the foothills of the Lake District. I can geography.
I suppose if we get anything regularly in the UK, it is floods.
Yeah.
Yeah,
probably
some
going to be-
devastating floods. My
And
goodness.
Yeah,
That's a relatively new thing since we started building on all the floodplains.
yeah.
Not relatively.
Yeah.
I remember some of those floods in the 90s.
No, 90s. I mean the last 40 years.
Yeah.
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 Isn't that
Then
amazing
I
how,
think
how
I've
they
just
always
solved the climate problem. Just send all climate deniers to Australia for 1
Yep.
year.
Didn't the British try and do that once?
Yeah, but there wasn't, the climate change wasn't such an issue then.
We want. Oh well, I'd say climate deniers, flat earthers. Or, yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Like,
Or we could just
Like,
send all
We'll have them all. We'll have them all, mate.
Yeah.
We'll straighten them out.
We'll straighten them out.
Oh, Nikki Daly says she's in a hurricane in the Atlantic. Wow. We have had occasionally we've gotten tornadoes in the UK, but then they do a lot of damage, but they're nothing
Yeah.
compared to the sort of
No,
tornadoes.
I remember we got-
We have more tornadoes than anywhere else in the world in the UK.
Yeah. But
We
they're not-
tend to catch the tail of a lot of them, but we don't get the full force of them.
How
No,
many
no, no.
tornadoes do you get in the UK?
Tornadoes. I will get loads of them all over, but they're tiny. Is
Really?
the point.
They're not. We don't get the. We don't get.
Disappointing.
We very rarely get ones that do massive amount of damage. It's not like the ones you get in the Midwest of the United States at all.
I mean, I've experienced one. The worst one I've experienced.
Oh, you don't get those hurricanes that are half mile wide and go on for 10 miles?
Oh no.
No. Right, the worst one I've experienced. Right, I was on in school. The schoolyard was about the size of say 6 tennis courts, and the tornado whipped up. Must have been about 10 meters wide, and it picked up one of the tennis weights, which is probably about 5 or 6 kilos, and whipped it about 10 foot in the air.
Fair. See,
I mean, if it hit something, it probably would have killed him.
I
must
just,
have
Nikki,
been
I just want to reply to Nikki Daly in the chat there for a second. She lives in Tornado Alley in the USA. She's in the in a hurricane in the middle of the Atlantic. I'm starting to think it might be you.
See, probably the strongest wind I have experienced relatively, probably not the actual strongest wind I've experienced, but when I was like 10, I was out walking my dog and I had like a border collie and he was pulling quite badly, but the wind suddenly pushed in the direction the dog was going and I literally got picked up off my feet.
Oh no.
Oh, where I am is on the corner of the Irish Sea, and the winds that we get here, you physically can't walk against them.
Yeah,
Wow.
I sometimes get that as well, but we get it less so. I can normally make it. It's just my more lightweight friends that can't walk.
Yeah.
I mean, our normal winds was we'd put our coat over our head and sit on skateboards and fly along.
Yeah, I live on top of a hill, so I get decently strong wind.
Hmm.
I mean, I also live near several lakes, which doesn't help.
No, that would not.
I've got a couple of dislikes in this already. That must be Dave because I said he can't tech.
I don't know who the second one is. I can guess who the first one is.
Oh, occasionally Darth is lurking. Very not often, but
Really?
occasionally.
Wait, we can test this.
I've heard a lot of
Atheism
stories
is
about.
completely rational.
Yeah, absolutely. Atheism is
atheism-
totally rational.
Who
I
is
thought
this
you-
Darth Dawkins? I
I
hear
thought-
the name.
I've heard a lot of stories about Darth, but I've never interacted with him, and I
Yeah.
half want to.
He's a
Like-
presuppositionalist.
No, you don't. You don't.
You don't.
Hang on.
Just-
I'm trying to hear every day.
No, you're better to do it in chat because he just keeps repeating himself otherwise.
Yeah.
and he's a presuppositionalist that will not back anything he says up. He just makes assertion after assertion after assertion after assertion, whilst accusing you of not being able to do anything rational.
I'm sorry, I missed who is this?
Darth
Dawkins.
Darth Dawkins.
Oh,
Seriously, Lone, turn around and bang your head on that wall for the next 15 minutes.
More
Okay.
effective.
Yeah.
It'll be more effective, huh?
Duncan atheism is what he's doing.
Because I heard people talk about him, and is he the one that likes to use big words that don't actually mean what he thinks they mean?
Yes, and
Oh, is
he
that
is
Darth or not
the
Tangelo?
ultimate script master.
Tangelo
He
will actually listen to what you say.
cannot go off his script. And
Dawkins doesn't
once
listen.
you've
You wanna
watched
see
him
Dawkins?
twice,
Go watch Shannon.
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 There's
Yeah.
two that stand up to me.
Randolph's quite
Shannon. I think. Go ahead.
Randolph was quite good, and to be honest, so was Richard.
Chris,
I love it when
I thought
Shannon
Chris
disassembles
was good.
a jerk.
Chris was all right.
Chris, I like because Chris
I thought Chris was
immediately
funny.
threw him off
I
his
don't think he's got any.
funny. Yeah, he threw him off his.
Go on, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've interacted with a Tangelo once, but not properly. And so Tangelo and Darth Dawkins are two people that I feel like I sort of want to talk to, but at the same time, no.
No, it's
Tangelo's okay. He's tries.
Darth, yeah,
But-
I don't think Darth would like me because he couldn't run any script relating to atheism with me.
He's never tried to. Oh, he doesn't care. The scripts will work with the scripts he uses will work with you because he doesn't listen to the answers.
the thing is with him is as well. He was always the one who likes to he always wants to be in a position where he's asking the questions. He does not like it when he has to answer himself. Which is what he tried to do to Shannon, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And she was clever enough to realise that he was trying to lead her.
Yeah, was it Darth or Tangelo who Shannon hung up on?
And probably
Probably.
I don't think Darth
Yeah,
tends
yeah.
to.
Darth, I don't think the ACA will let Darth on them anymore because I think Talk Heathen, they had it call in a few times, and I think they got to a certain point where they're like, "No, we're not having this prick on at all." So
He doesn't engage at all. Is the problem.
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been told the atheist pastor did quite well at.
I don't think he achieved very much in terms of doing it, but I thought it was funny. It was a funny thing.
it was
he did.
funny. He threw Darth off his scripts. Is the funny thing was, and I think it was. I think you had to understand the context of it a little bit as well. That
Fair.
Chris was a bit rude to him, but the thing was, Darth had come into the live chat of a 6-pack because I remember I was on it, and he was trying to hijack the stream and the chat, and we got politely asked enough times. He just kept being a dick. So Chris had agreed to talk to him. Like Chris was just he wouldn't take he wouldn't take any of Darth's because the first question was Darth asked him, "So you're an atheist?" He says, "Actually, no." He says, "I converted to Hinduism this morning." He says, "What?" He says, "Yeah, I converted." He says, "Why did you convert to Hindu?" "Oh, I had a divine revelation this morning." So he flipped his priest up bollocks on Darth.
I've seen bits of it, and while that's not how Hinduism works, I found it quite funny, and Darth didn't know that.
No.
Yeah.
By the way,
Like
I put the link to the Darth Dawkins exam in the live chat as well.
Darth
What
Dawkins exam?
what happened to
It's a quiz.
Scotty Storm?
Scotty Storm?
What's that?
A flat earther out of Australia. Seemed to drink a lot.
He was Australian.
Now that's an angry stereotype.
Oh, he liked to be naked a lot on his screen.
I don't remember this guy actually.
He was
I
never
did-
a major
I did
player.
see I did see that shit show with Aaron Ra and Nathan Thompson the other week, which
I'll be back in a minute.
Nathan's trying to claim he won that because Aaron quit on the thing, but it was very clear from watching that he lured Aaron into that onto false pretenses anyway.
Yeah, I'd heard something about that.
Nathan Thompson?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how much Aaron knew about Nathan Thompson going into that either, because I'm sure if he'd known about some of the shit Nathan's pulled, he might not have talked to him in the first place. But I don't know. But
Okay.
But
Mark says, "Hey, it gets really hot here in Australia. We have to keep hydrated."
yeah,
Where would I see that on Aaron's channel?
Modern Day Debate.
Okay.
Yeah, he had to, but he lured him in on Aaron won't talk to a flat earther unless they're willing to try and present a model or something. So there's something to discuss.
Yeah.
He wanted two things. He said, "I want a model and a map," and clearly he couldn't offer a model. So Aaron said, "Look, I'll let you go on the model because I know you don't have one, but I want a map."
That's
but
right.
apparently Nathan. So what happened behind the scenes apparently was that Nathan said, "I don't have a map either. Like they're all inaccurate."
Mm-hmm.
But Aaron said, "I'm not going to do it without it." So I imagine he just grabbed some.
Yeah, he sent a map in there. Yeah, that as Peter said in the chat. Yeah, there was Aaron agreed in certain terms that Thompson didn't have, and Thompson didn't provide either of them. It was the model and the map, and he presented this map or something, and then he wouldn't stand behind it. Nathan wouldn't stand behind it, and it's like, so Aaron's like, well, what the fuck are we talking about? You know,
he wanted him on for a laugh. You know, he was just.
That went for 2 hours and 5 minutes.
Yeah, but I thought Aaron Ra left fairly early. I'm sure
did.
Aaron.
It was the chat afterwards asking Nathan heaps of questions.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Aaron left after about 45, 50 minutes into that stream, and then next hour and a bit was Nathan just waffling on.
And thinking how he defeated him, you know.
I mean, the thing with that is, it's not just Nathan's completely ignorant flat earther. He's just such an arsehole as well. He is just such an arsehole.
Well, I know that, and you know that.
Yeah. Yeah. But the short time they were talking, Aaron did wreck him. You know.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't take much with those idiots. Yeah.
No.
I can't imagine that Nathan Thompson was any worse than a silent fart in an elevator with iron.
I reckon.
I feel like we're having deja vu about this conversation.
Yeah.
Just what Jenny just said. Like, I'm having deja vu.
If Aaron could cool his heels in his delivery, I know he doesn't think he's worked up, but the fact that he presents, the fact that he presents very worked up, and that he does overtalk just incessantly. You can't deny that fact. If he could just rectify those two facts, I think he could be in the Senate.
He makes good points. His delivery just isn't necessarily what it needs to be for that situation.
Exactly.
Yeah. He's got his strengths and his weaknesses, like everyone has, you know.
Of course.
I mean, Aaron, I thought when he did that thing with Kent Hovings, and yes, Aaron did overtalk at times, but it was because Kent he'd asked Kent one question, and Kent tried to keep dodging the question. So Aaron kept, no, you're not doing this. But Aaron didn't get he never got wound up or animated or anything. He just handled Hoving really well and just kept pulling him back to it. But I think,
I should have started with the caveat that I respect Aaron greatly.
Oh,
He's had a huge effect on
Yeah.
my waking up. So
I was gonna say, I love how Aaron Ra refers to Kent by his prison number.
Yeah.
that's gold.
I keep trying to memorize that number and I just can't.
Inmate 06452017.
Throw something at Jeff.
Let me try this again.
Nice.
See,
Give it to me again.
Inmate 06452. It's -017.
Okay.
See, the only prison number I remember is 655321.
Yeah.
Which is Alex Delage. A Clockwork
the only-
Orange.
Yeah.
The only prisoner number I remember.
As I think Peter said, that it looks like Nathan was dishonest to James as well. There, I think as well. Because
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I have my own opinions on James.
I like James. I think as a moderator, he should be way better at this after 2 years of doing that channel than he is, because he does. But I do kind of think James has platformed Nathan before. He knows what he's going to get from Nathan. So I don't know that necessarily Nathan lied. I don't know. James has had Nathan on before.
I personally wouldn't platform a dude that goes to schools and does that shit.
I mean,
even a lot of the debunkers and that won't platform Nathan anymore, because like Team Skeptic and Flat Earth won't have him on anymore.
Fair. I mean, I quite like James when I've seen him talking as a person, but as a moderator, he seems to let a lot of shit slide that he probably shouldn't. And I think I take issue with some of the people he allows on Modern Day Debate, and I probably personally would only really go on Modern Day Debate if I was just looking to bash someone's head against the wall.
Yeah.
He wants the dumpster fires.
Yeah, he does. He's looking for
it's what gets the views. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and they can be entertaining. The dumpster fires can be bloody entertaining, but
they can when it's in between things. When it's nothing but dumpster fires.
No, it's got to be a serious debate. Is the problem for the dumpster fires to be? That's the issue.
I know.
Yeah.
I think that Modern Day Debate could progress from where it is to do really well, but it could also end up going a similar way to non-sec.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing.
Because they fostered dumpster fires on there a bit, didn't they? Let's be honest.
Yeah.
And I mean, okay, I'll admit I do like watching Team Skeptic and Fight the Flat Earth, but they pretty much every one of those ends up as a dumpster fire, but they're kind of honest about it straight up. Yeah, we're a
dumpster fire channel.
We like the dumpster fire. We don't pretend otherwise.
Because of the people I kind of hang around with, like Ocean Keltoy and certain people, I'm genuinely not sure where I'd look if I wanted to get into debating that wasn't dumpster fires.
Well, probably. But I think Conspiracy Cats and Creaky Blinders channel, they're trying as much as possible to not foster that on their channel.
Yeah, I mean, Conspiracy Cats I've heard referenced as quite good, but I've not seen any of their stuff to know if that's a place I'd go.
Is it called Agree to Disagree? I think the channel's called.
Fair.
And I think they've tried very much to not foster the dumpster fire. I mean, it's not occasionally that occasionally it will happen. I mean, if they're good when they happen organically, I think.
Yeah, having an occasional thing where everything just goes tits up is fine.
Yeah. Emphasis on the occasional.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I mean, of course, another decent place to go for a dumpster fire is a dumpster, and you bring a lighter.
who have we lost? We lost Sammy.
Sammy's such a cutie.
He'll come back now. You said that.
I might disappear for a minute again because I've finished
Yeah, no worries.
I finished my cuppa, so
Yeah. Oh, he's back. Okay.
Hey,
Sorry.
Wanderer, I'm gonna send you something on Twitter.
Okay. But I'm so glad the election's over. I know it's not over, but I'm glad that first part is over. You know, because I mean I couldn't sleep. You know.
Yeah, I was getting pretty stomach upset. You know,
Mhm.
acidy stomach and insomnia.
It was awful.
Well, it was. I mean, they're just watching it as an outsider, and because obviously it went in, it looked like Biden was clear favorite, and then it looked on that first night. You're like, oh my god, Trump's going to do it. It was looking that way. It was like he's going to fucking win this.
I know.
And then
Yeah, I was nearly sick.
and then obviously as it things developed, suddenly this started to be it started to swing again, but it's
yeah. I mean,
which is
that,
which is why he's throwing a hissy fit about which he primed his supporters for that like months ago about mail-in ballots, and this is why he's throwing a hissy fit now.
yeah. I think the thing is though that he is very much like he's so bad. I'm genuinely concerned that millions of people still voted for him, even the ones that were just anti-Biden votes.
That's
half the country.
That's the problem with it, is that what you really want to see is Trump's ideology and everything he stands for get defeated, and that's not happened.
No, and I think because so few people in America vote in the first place, I'm not even really sure how much of America does or doesn't support him.
There was the election that ran about. I heard about 70% of eligible people.
Oh, by the way, Brainbug, I just saw you said in the chat. Absolutely, yeah. MathPig is very good at hosting debates.
Okay, see, I'm aware of MathPig through Mama Atheist, and so that I'll definitely have to go and have a nosy at that.
Where I spend most of my time.
Yeah.
Fair.
But he's pretty. But you'd agree with that, Dave. He's pretty good at hosting in modern debates.
I think he's better than James. I think
absolutely.
He needs to interfere and let them get on with it when they need to get on with it.
Yeah, James. And as I said, my criticism. I want to make this very clear. I really like James on a personal level. I think he's really a nice guy, but he does not. There's times he needs to step in and he doesn't.
Yeah, but he's like I say, he's looking for the dumpster fire. That's why he doesn't step in, because he knows he's going to get views for platforming, hateful people.
See, I originally thought he was just very soft-mannered, but then seeing him outside of that, he doesn't hold back when he wants to. Watching him give his sermons and whatnot.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I mean, but you got to do what you got to do to get the YouTube video views, I suppose.
Yeah, and I think the thing with looking for dumpster fires is that somehow modern day debate gets dumpster fires, but also somehow gets people like Matt Dillahunty on.
I know, right? It's like how are you doing that?
Yeah.
Well, I guess this conversation points out the lack of places to go like that.
Yeah.
Like I am fascinated by conversations about epistemology, but it's all debates about like flat Earth and Christian pre-sub.
Yeah,
and I think the problem with YouTube is that channels end up getting very clicky,
Yeah.
There's a lot around the drama side of things.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
What's the buzzword? Tribalism.
Yeah.
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 I don't like that at all. But,
No.
well, it's like,
I think. I think it's a
sucks
little
because
natural that you can get into that, though. It's just, yeah.
Yeah, well, my personality is, I'm just a little more forgiving than most people, and I want to be everyone's friend. So I'm sort of across all of these groups,
That's
and
fair.
I watch all this fighting and from an outside point of view, and it just breaks my heart, to be honest.
I found that my friend Aaliyah Kai is very good at moderation, but she only ever moderates dumpster fires.
yeah.
And like, she's good at it, but I've never seen her moderate something that wasn't a dumpster fire before she got there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's a lot to do with who you getting on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey Jeff, could you make
guess,
me a mod for a little bit? I want to post a link.
Oh, hold on. You in the chat?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed I'm great.
Right, you got a wrench now,
Jeff.
Jenny.
Okay, thank you.
Fuck, me and you go right back to the non-sec days, Jeff.
Yeah.
And I'm not even blue in your channel.
But you're not trustworthy. You're Australian.
Yeah, that's what Chris says. I swear he's racist against Australians.
I had a different handle on
Just Australians.
I had a different handle on YouTube back then, though, so as well. So
I mean, I dodged a bullet by coming in like a couple of months after the non-sec split up.
I would say the less we chat about that, the better. Honestly.
Yeah, that's not drama I want to get into. I've avoided.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
There. Yeah.
It's in the.
Why was Steve on the stream?
Wait, what?
Oh, Dave, can we not go down this route, please?
Hang on.
What did Dave say? I didn't hear him.
Yeah, I didn't get to see what he said.
Dave, please, can I just ask we don't go down this route, please? I don't want to go there.
I said it teasing, not to bring it up.
I'll just say one word on it. I saw the fucking thing and it was embarrassing. It was fucking pathetic.
What was embarrassing? Now
I don't even know what you're talking about.
I'll tell you off script. I'll tell you when we're off.
Why don't you stick a link in private chat or whatever so we can have a fucking nosy?
Because it's a 4-hour stream.
No,
I'm not suggesting we look at it now. I'm suggesting to have the link.
Don't. It's a fucking. It was fucking childish. The whole thing. It's fucking
Fair.
to me. I
Fair.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I've realised now that most of my friends are Americans, and most of my in real life friends are queer, which it's bizarre to me how that happened, because like 2 years ago I'll be honest, I was quite homophobic.
By the way, it's
and then there's us queer Americans.
Yeah, most of my American friends are queer too.
You're Americans, though.
Were you homophobic because you were struggling with your?
I was homophobic because I was raised Pentecostal.
Okay.
Isn't that funny?
That is weird though?
It's the same for me. I was quite homophobic.
Yeah. See, when I first learned trans people exist, I said some transphobic things, but wasn't transphobic because I just didn't understand. So like I turned around to one of my trans friends who weirdly after that went on to date me, so he's now my ex. Why would trans people want to have kids?
The biggest mistake I made in life was not having
Can
babies.
I ask, Sam, Jenny, were you attracted to males while you were still homophobic?
I'm asexual.
Oh, are you? Sorry. Oh,
So
there you go.
I'm queer in that I'm grey
Yeah.
asexual, but I'm quite high up on the grey spectrum. So I wasn't actually attracted to anybody until I was like 15, and then it was this one non-binary person who only came out to me as non-binary after I came out to them as non-binary.
Gotcha. Whereas, see, for me, it's sort of the other end of the spectrum.
Fair. See,
I
don't
was
get me wrong,
raised quite religious, and I was homophobic as well, but I was always attracted to the opposite sex.
See, I have this weird thing that people hear that I'm mostly asexual and think that means I have a low sex drive, though, which amuses me.
See, I was never homophobic. I was just like, look, I'm straight. Leave me the hell out of it. So long as you don't come on to me, we're cool. You know, only because I didn't want to have an awkward conversation about letting them down gently. You know.
Are you familiar with the term,
Yeah.
Sam? Are you familiar with the term obligatory homosexual?
I am not, but that sounds like a very fun term. Could you explain that?
No, it's how they describe say men in prison.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you got no other choice.
Yeah. I'm an obligatory asexual.
But
Yeah,
you
see,
said, yeah.
I also have the thing
Yes.
of being polyamorous, which gets me a lot of shit when people find out.
How do you integrate those together?
She's not. What's
with-
your pronoun?
Me.
Yeah.
All of them, though I tend towards preferring she, her.
She's not aromantic.
No, the thing is though that I am more aromantic than I am asexual. I just have the capacity for both, but because I'm also demi, I'm only attracted to people who I have emotional bonds with. I find myself only ever attracted to my friends. I'll be honest, I have crushes on my entire D&D group.
You're gonna have to
Can I say that to the people who don't get labels, that learning all these new labels has opened up to me parts of myself that were there, but I couldn't. I didn't know how to express. I didn't know
words for them.
how. Yeah.
And you're gonna
I
have to
didn't
help
know
an
how-
old lady out though here because I'm old when it comes to this stuff. What is demi?
Okay, so demisexual means that you do not experience sexual attraction to someone unless you have a strong emotional bond to them. And that doesn't mean that you're going to be attracted to everyone you have a strong emotional bond to, which a lot of people think. It just means that if you're going to be attracted to them, that's not going to happen until you have a strong emotional bond.
So is it?
So I don't understand celebrity crushes.
No.
Yeah.
I
So
mean,
what
they're
would
just
the
fun.
opposite of
you
demi
don't-
be?
You don't understand celebrity crushes?
They're
No,
fun.
I've-
but they're not,
I've
you know.
only ever been attracted to my friends, so I've never had a celebrity crush. I don't
Oh, okay,
understand.
all right. Well, fair enough, I guess.
I mean,
It's bizarre to me.
celebrity crushes are, like that's never going to happen. It's just something fun, Like the likelihood of you actually ever being with this person is slim to none. So all they are is masturbatory material.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just not attracted to them.
I prefer an emotional bond, but it isn't required. I've got emotional bond is much better.
See, emotional
Yeah.
bond is good for a relationship. I just have the thing that one night stands are very difficult because either I'm not having them or I'm having a one night stand with a friend.
Yeah. See, I was trying to explain to my husband the other day how romance doesn't have to equal sex. Like, you can have some of the most romantic, moments of your life and they have absolutely nothing to do with anything sexual.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then aesthetic attraction is different too because I can say that, for argument's sake, Neil the 604 atheist is good looking but not be attracted to him.
Yeah.
It's that. To be honest, who could not love that beard?
Fair. My
not
dad
love
has a
that
very
beard?
similar beard. It's great.
See, I'm trying to figure out where I am on the whole hair thing. I think I think Neil's number 1. Aaron's probably number 2. I don't know if I'm 3 or 4. I'm maybe in the top 10. I
Well,
think.
actually, I would have put you at number 1 for your hair.
No, not over Neil. No way.
Well, I am. You can't tell me what I'm.
Okay, yes, you're allowed to your opinion, but
Fair. See, my hair is always tied back, so you can't really see it. But
do you
I need
know
to
what?
redye it.
I had no idea you had long hair. I don't.
I
think.
love this. I
No,
love,
I-
I love the color.
Yeah, I've got. Oh, hold on.
I love the color,
Hold on.
Sam.
Sammy's
Really?
got-
Put your hair down for it.
I need to redye it because the top's brown.
Yeah, I had
that's-
this really nice
that's,
auburn going until the damn pandemic
Peter makes a good point there. That I think, yeah, between me and Peter, yeah. I think he might have the edge on me.
Well, on my list, you're number 1.
This could be a
What's the
this could
list?
be like this could be an internet poll. This could be a Twitter poll, couldn't it?
Mine's not.
Yeah.
Is it in the
See,
chat?
I find it really fun how people can. Oh, I enjoy fucking with people's heads a little bit, and so I can dress, mask, or femme based on very little at all. Like if I change my hair, I can change what pronouns people use for me when they're just talking to me for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
and-
is this a poll of who's good looking on YouTube?
Well, who
So
has the best looking hair?
which
hair.
guy has the best hair in the community?
Oh, dude, Sean,
I'm
he's not really in our tight community, but in the atheist community, I guess. Sean Hufford.
I don't know
You
who that
can't
is.
beat that.
Oh no,
You
Sean
You can't
Hufford.
beat that
Sean Hufford.
dude's hair.
Actually, I
He's-
forgot
he's
all
cut
about
it short
Sean.
now.
He's cut it though, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Has
got
he?
it short now. Yep.
What?
To be fair,
No.
Sean,
No.
Sean is not allowed to have the best hair and the best voice in the community. That's not wrong.
That's right.
That's wrong.
There was a bunch of people
Yeah,
ganged up on him
he
and
is
took
the
the
voice
scissors
of
to his
God.
hair.
Fair. See, I've not heard his voice, but I
I'm-
would have said Seth Andrews.
Yeah, actually, yeah, that's it. So, I mean, Sean's more of a flat Earth debunker. I think that's more what he does. Right?
Fair.
He's more closer to that sort of side of things.
I might mute myself a minute and take my headphones off just to mess around with my hair a minute.
Okay.
We're all like just tensely watching the hair now, because we want to know where Sam's coming in on the poll here. This is why. Right. Oh, sorry. Right.
Sam
Pete-
just shot to the
Peter-
top.
Peter, you and I have at least dropped a place each here.
For plastic.
God, it would be so
Yeah.
wonderful to lose 30 years.
Yeah, we've
Um,
definitely gone down a place now.
I don't know where my hair would be on the spectrum, but better let it out.
You're 18, right, Sam?
Yeah. I think Peter and I agree that we've both dropped a position now.
So when I condition my hair after I get out of the shower and I brush it, like it's almost down, like to my backside. It goes over my nipples now.
That Brainbug, that's going back to what we were talking about an hour ago. That was one I was trying to think of. Yeah, with fast food things. But...
And there's Church's chicken.
Church's chicken is good.
Mm-hmm.
We used to have a Popeyes and a Church's across the street from each other where I lived. And I'd go and get the chicken from Church's and the red beans and rice from Popeyes.
I have to go to another town to get any chain food at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because, well, I tell a lie, we do have a spoons.
That's not food.
Moving where I'm living now broke me from my fast food habit because everything is 25, 30 miles.
I
There
have
you go.
sworn I'm not patronising a Weatherspoons again.
Fair. I will occasionally go to a Spoons with a friend who's never been to Spoons before to make a point.
Yeah.
What's wrong? What's spoons?
JD
Weatherspoons is a pub chain.
Weatherspoons. Yeah. But
It's what I
this is
dream of doing to Dave every night.
the owner that the guy who owns it though is the arsehole who's wanted the pubs open all the way through like the COVID and whatever.
Yeah, no shit, because he gets a ton of money from them.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to lay off all my staff now. Like, you could have just put them in like furloughed and paid them for a few months, you asshole.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I know they were supposed to do that, but didn't he end up firing a bunch of people?
Yeah.
Yeah, mind you, I genuinely live in a place where there are more pubs than shops, I think. So it's not surprising to me that we have a Spoons.
See, I'm weird because I live in a small town just outside Southampton. It was a village; it's now got town status. And there's only, I suppose, 3 pubs in. Well, there's actually now there used to be just 2 pubs in the town. 8 or 9 churches that nobody bothers going to. But
all of the churches, yeah. There's probably even more churches than pubs around here. But the thing is, when I say I live in a little village, in the church closest to me, which has a congregation of maybe 200 people, which is fairly big, in the graveyard, there are more people in graves than live in the village.
Wow.
In that one graveyard.
Well, there's more people in graves, period, than there are on Earth.
Hmm.
It just kind of has to be that way.
Like, yeah, but like,
But not
there are a
by
lot of-
much.
No.
And that will change very quickly.
But like, there are a lot
They
of
think
graveyards.
there's about 10 billion people have ever existed.
I've heard the figure that will probably stop population growth at about 9.8 billion.
I think
Well,
they should cut the world population to about
I
5 to
fucking
6
hope
million.
so. Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, this coronavirus is killing the population right now.
No, not nearly
No.
enough to make a difference.
Not nearly
well,
enough.
Jenny,
Well, yeah, that sounds.
I'm
that
with
sounded
you,
good,
Jenny.
didn't it?
I'm with you.
Jenny, you know what you should have done to come and help. You know what you should have done to help that process along. You should have voted for Trump.
Oh, well, I was going to say
never.
COVID for POTUS.
Never, ever, ever, ever. I voted Republican once in my life. Never again.
Ooh.
So it's all your fault. It was 2016, wasn't it?
No, I voted
It was
for
that
Dick
one
Nixon.
vote.
Oh,
You voted for Tricky Dick?
Tricky Dicky.
Dicky Nicky.
Tricky Dick.
Did you listen to him on the radio?
Slick Dick.
It was the first time I voted, and I was young enough to be able to be fooled by media.
Yeah. It happens.
Hmm.
But I don't know, maybe, like, this is the thing. I wonder how badly COVID would spread if everyone went out and there was no masks, and, like, how devastating it would actually be.
Very.
Like wildfire.
Just look at the numbers in the States.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
mostly it has been.
We reached 10 billion.
10 million?
10 million.
10
Yeah,
billion?
10 million
More people have got it than exist.
people have had it.
Yes, clearly.
And it's nationwide. I guess 10,000 people a day are coming down with it.
People contracted it posthumously.
Most hospitals are starting to run out of not just ICU but space anywhere
Yeah.
for patients.
Yeah, I mean, our numbers were looking better for a bit, but they've started to go downhill again. Well, uphill if you look at the numbers.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
they've reached the level of
pretty bad.
For COVID patients because they've run out of nurses.
Dave, question. First wave of COVID, how long did UK shut down?
About 4 months, wasn't it? And
Yeah, 4 months.
4 months.
No, we started
Like
opening
solid
before-
shutdown.
we went. It wasn't,
after
well, I'd say 3 months of a solid. Yeah, about 2.5
2
months.
months. because it was. I got my dad opened again. Second week in May, I think. So it was from about the second week in March to about the second week in May.
Which means that I had my 18th birthday in lockdown.
Yes.
You've still got to think. I see. I'm trying to figure out if it's a proximity thing.
Why?
Or if different countries have just done things differently enough.
First lockdown, we didn't have any answers. We knew the first lockdown.
But see, we pretty well quelled it the first time, our first wave.
Yes.
I guess our first wave did come after. So we got to learn off your mistakes.
Our first lockdown didn't need to be as long as it was.
Our first lockdown needed to be a few weeks before it was.
No, well, we could only have gone a week earlier.
About a week. I mean, it should have been done at least a week earlier. I'd say that.
I thought
Here's the thing. It didn't need to go earlier for one reason and one reason only. The NHS did not peak.
No.
That's it. If the NHS
Did not what?
it was okay. We could have done better. But we could have done it a lot worse.
I think we needed to have more enforcement over the lockdown rules sooner than we did.
Yes.
Because, I know some people who were going out to parties 2 or 3 times a week during lockdown.
Yeah.
See, where ours was pretty severe, like on the spot, $1,000 fine, and then go to court and see what the judge wants to do with you.
See, the scary thing about it, though, is that once you've had it, you're not immune. You're immune for maybe a month.
3 months, 50% reduction.
Oh, is it 3 months? I thought it was 1.
Well, 3 months is a 50% reduction in antibodies.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can catch it again like a year later. And
you can catch it again with it. I mean, potentially.
I'm back in. I mean, I'm back inside. Because I'm allowed to go out for a bit of exercise or whatever once a day. But I was.
Are you in jail?
No,
Yes.
I'm. Yeah, pretty much. I'm in COVID jail. I'm on immunosuppressant medication, so if I catch it, I could be seriously fucked.
So yeah, you're shielding then, I guess.
Yeah.
My doctor told me that if I catch it, I'll probably die.
Fair.
Don't catch it. Don't go out.
Yeah, don't do that.
Do the best I can.
You're vaguely fun. We don't want you to die.
Vaguely.
Dave's gonna struggle to get guess the critical questions if that happens to you, Jen.
Personal. Selfish.
Yeah, selfish
Well,
reasons.
it just explains why I'm still single. That's all.
No.
Bless you, Jenny.
I know.
Bless your little heart.
It's not little anymore. It's enlarged. That's what's going to kill me.
That's the
Wait,
problem.
what are you on immunosuppressants for, Jeff?
Crohn's disease.
Oh,
Oh, that's awful.
You do not want to turn into an old crone.
no. What about a babushka?
I have a friend here in the States that has Crohn's, and I just cannot believe the stuff he's got to go through with that.
This is why sometimes
horrible.
on streams I have to get up and leave for a minute or two a lot of the time. So
Fair.
Yeah.
I'm aware that I don't know if I have. I forget what it's called. The term that means you're very predisposed to diabetes type 2. But most people in my family have type 2 diabetes, so I'm guessing I'm pretty susceptible to it, which is not fun. Plus, I think I might have a heart problem, but I don't know. Because I only recently learned that getting occasional random heart pains is not normal.
No, it's not.
Well, actually, I mean, at your age, when I was your age, I had a lot of heart palpitations, and the doctor told me it was normal for my age.
Okay,
So-
so I'm mildly concerned about getting
Yeah.
COVID because of like that shit and having lots of mental health issues that if COVID does affect my brain at all, which it can sometimes, that
Mhm.
could go wrong.
Yeah.
Because I have autism and probably ADHD and anxiety and a whole load of other shit because why the
Yeah.
fuck not?
You got everything.
Yeah, I've even got a stutter, but I hide it quite well, I think.
See,
Well, I can tell.
I don't. I think I hide it quite well. Because, then I'll listen to one or two of my streams back, and I'm like, that's why I can't really listen to any of my like streams back or videos back anymore because I'm like,
See, I do pre-recorded videos on my channel for that reason, that I can edit out my stuttering.
yeah.
Mhm.
I need to get. I haven't done like a recorded video in age. I need actually need to sit down, maybe take a bit of time and learn how to edit videos because I just don't know.
See,
Um,
I've got a new toy to play with for editing videos.
Mm.
1 second.
But what was I going to say? Yeah, for like first 2 years that I was on YouTube, any videos I did was literally just me setting up my camera phone and going. That's all I did.
Mhm. Yeah.
Oh, hold on, let's put.
Ooh.
Let's put Sam full screen. There you go.
Yeah, it's an integrated podcast.
Oh, that's pretty fancy.
Nice.
Ooh.
So,
That is.
yeah. So like I can these buttons here, I can like link up to like an intro and an outro and shit if I really wanted.
Mhm.
Just put that back on top of the microwave. Yeah, I have a microwave and a fridge in my room for the purpose of not having to leave to deal with the kids.
Oh, there you go. How old are they?
Matthew is so we got a 10-year-old and a 9-year-old, and then sometimes when my other siblings come over, we've got a 16-year-old and a 13-year-old. And then if I speak to my mum at all during lockdown and go and see her, there will be a 11-year-old, a 9-year-old, and a 3-year-old.
So is it 8 of you?
I'm the oldest of 8.
Oof.
How old are you?
I am 18.
Aw.
That poor
Which
woman.
means that when they're not all full siblings, some of them are half or step or whatever.
Okay.
But when my youngest sibling is my age, I'll be 33.
Wow.
Right, I just said we've come up on. We just got to an hour 20. I suppose in the next 5 or 10 minutes, I just might start wrapping this up.
Yeah.
I've got to go shortly. So.
Yeah. So
Fair.
I just don't know if we just go around the room and anyone got some shilling to do. Start in the bottom corner. Lone Wanderer, you got anything you'd like to shill out?
Watch my word of the day every day. This month is food themed, and I'm also working on a new series, which I'm probably going to do like this day in history kind of thing. And I may start that in December. We'll see how it goes.
Okay. Jenny, you got anything you'd like to plug? Nothing.
No, I was going to be on this show that asks a lot of questions, but apparently their producer's dead.
She'll be on it tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow.
Okay, so you're on the show tomorrow. Sammy, you got anything you want to plug coming up? You're muted.
Sam Wise.
We'll come back. We'll come back.
No, he's not so Sam.
You are muted, by the way.
He knows.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to assume he's just got nothing to plug. Other Sam there. You got anything you like to plug, Sam?
So I've been trying to release this since Halloween, but my mental health's been shit and then my tech's broken, so I've not done yet. But I'm releasing a Halloween video on necromancy in the Bible.
Ooh.
Cool.
And I try and discuss some philosophical type stuff, but I'm mainly just fucking around on my channel at this point. I'll probably take a pop at Christians every once in a while and certain bad ideas within the atheist community and shit. And then a lot of the time, I'm probably going to focus on polytheists because they're my lot, and I want to get rid of the bad ideas there.
I'd be interested in that as well because I am speaking as an ex-polytheist, and there's an awful lot of tendency towards woo that I've noticed.
Oh, fluffy fucking bunnies.
Mm. And especially bear in mind, I was into Norse end of it. There was some really bad ideas at that end of it.
Oh, the
yeah. So anyway, just for myself then quickly. I'm doing my regular Asterix stream with Hissy on Sunday. It's Asterix in Belgium. It's going to be on Hissy's channel this week, I think. So, but I might be about on a few people's different people's streams coming up.
Critical questions tomorrow.
Like critical questions tomorrow. So, Dave, you got anything you'd like to plug, sir, and provide?
Critical questions tomorrow. It'll be fucking working.
It will be working tomorrow.
Yeah, not
Dave.
just working, but fucking working.
Yeah, Dave, we believe in you.
If you're not working while you're fucking, you're not doing it right.
No, or you are doing it right because you're getting someone else to do all the work.
Okay, well, well, that's why I'm a bottom. So I guess you're right.
Oh, Peter's asking, can I show Aaron's show Matter of Fact Science this Friday, 2 p.m. Central? There's a nice Easter egg in it too. Okay, it's one to look out for them. So, I think we'll just sign off here and call it a day, I think. Okay, thanks to everyone who came across. It's just this last minute stream because Dave can't tech.
Leave Dave alone.
No, it was. Obviously, it was not Dave's fault. We just like to bash on him now and again. But yeah. Thanks for coming along. Like, share, sub, whatever. Anytime I get a couple of subs, I always want to lose another 2 somewhere along the line. So, hey, we'll just see you all later. All right. Salute. Bye.
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 Hooroo.